Traveler? Is it really you? It is you! You're alive! You're okay! Thank the gods! Shh. It's okay. You're okay. I've got you. I've got you. I thought for sure I was never gonna see you again. Gods, I'm so happy you're okay. And you're here with us again. Thank you for saving us. I don't even want to think about what would have happened if you hadn't shown up. I'm sorry for all that shit I said before. I see you still have your satchel. The gem's still okay? Good. I'm so glad. How on Sotera did you manage to escape all on your own? And with the gem, too. We'll talk more later. For now, we need to keep moving. Get out of this damn jungle. I'm tired of trying to keep my blood for myself. We have a lot of time to make up for if we want to get to those mountains on time. Traveler? Wait, I don't understand. How else do you mean you're going alone? No, you're right. I shouldn't have assumed. It's fine, Traveler. Far be it from me to force my way into your plans. To what I said before, can't blame you. Huh? What do you mean, Kotsky? Eijiro. It's fine. This is what they wish for. I won't stop them. I need to take responsibility for what happened back then. Aren't you the one always telling me to think of others? And that actions have consequences, huh? Kotsky, hold on! Here, Traveler. The map. The one Deku drew up for us. Take it. I know what I said, but... Relax, shitty scales. If they're okay with it, I'm fine with lending you to them until their journey's done. Might be an asshole, but... I'm not gonna let them go it alone. Wait! Huh? Kotsky! Hold on, slow down. Let's all just think about this for a second. I can't just leave you behind. It's fine, Eijiro. You're bound to me, but I can let others borrow you if I need to. It's how that whole oath thing works. You do what I say, you're my dragon. And I say, you go with Traveler. Get them to the altar. Say your goodbyes and... Huh? Traveler, you're sorry? What the hell are you apologizing to me for? I'm the one who... said all that shit to you back then. You don't need to... You idiot. Shut up already, would ya? I know I told you I needed space, but... You were just being the annoyingly caring brat you are when you came after me. I shouldn't have blown up on you. Kotsky. I don't want to stick around and find out whatever made that noise. We gotta move. That shimmer scale wore me out, and I'm not looking for another fight right now. Look, I know you want to do this on your own, but just walk with us for now. We'll go our separate ways whenever we get out of this damn jungle. Come on. How big is this jungle? We've been walking all day. It's almost nightfall by now. Are you sure that map we got is right? Yes, I'm sure, you scaly idiot. Stop whining so much. From the looks of it, we shouldn't be too far from the exit. I say we find somewhere to set up camp for the night. I'd hate to be wandering around this place in the dark. Good idea. Wait. I hear bubbling? And smell that? Smells like sulfur. Maybe there's a hot spring nearby. Come on, traveler, let's go see. Oi! Careful, you two. Don't just go stomping through the damn bushes. Some of these stupid plants are man-eaters, you know. Whoa. Huh. What do you know? Damn nerd was telling the truth. A couple years back, Deku told me about this place. Said he'd stumbled upon a boiling lake in the middle of a jungle. See that glow? Yeah. It comes from a fire elemental that was killed there. It fell to the bottom of the lake and has been boiling ever since. Thought he was just telling me tall tales to make his lame journey sound more exciting. Oh man, I want to go for a swim. Be my guest, but don't come crying to me at the fish in there chew your scales off. Never mind. It's almost like the sun's at the bottom. The orange glow is so pretty, isn't it, traveler? It reminds me of the lava baths I used to take back home. This might be our best bet for finding a campsite. I can imagine most of the dangerous creatures that reside here would avoid a boiling lake. Let's set up. Not too close, though. Don't want to die of heat stroke in our sleep. It's probably what that sign was about heading in here. Yeah, that doesn't sound too fun, huh, traveler? Oh, what about up there? It's like a little rocky outcropping. We could camp on top of it. Yeah, fine. Come on, you two. Let's go check it out. Ah, this is amazing. The lake glows so much we don't even need a torch to see where we're going. Hope that doesn't bother us when we go to sleep, though. If we can sleep in a forest full of undead, we can handle a bit of light. Now less talk and more walking. I'm getting tired. The outcropping Kirishima had spotted was thankfully safe. There weren't any animal tracks around it. The sand undisturbed except by our own fumbling steps as we climbed to the top. It was good to see you back with us again. To make camp like we had before. 2 whole weeks we've been without you. And gods, it had felt like forever. It wasn't surprising that shitty Scales barely let you out of his sight, sticking to your side like a lost whelp. He was excited, but I could tell he was nervous. Well, more like he was scared to let you out of his sight, lest some red-feathered asshole swoop you up into the sky again. Looking back, it was kind of funny. But in the moment, I couldn't help but feel bad for him. He's always had such a protective nature. After a well-earned meal, and tending to the wounds we got from handling that shimmer scale, Kirishima's vigilance finally gave out. The beast had flung him into a rock and rang his bell pretty damn good. But the rush of finding you had kept the dizziness at bay. When that initial adrenaline faded, though, he was woozy. And I made sure he drank a potion to heal his injury. It wasn't long after that he fell asleep, curled up on his bedroll with his hand tucked around your ankle as he slept. Knew he was going to be all clingy. He's barely slept the whole time you were gone. When he did, he had nightmares. He missed you. Hey, come over here. Sit with me. You won't fall. Just dangle your legs over the edge like this. You'll be fine. Pretty, isn't it? The lake down there, I mean. Glows kinda comforting. Hey, traveler. I really am glad you're back with us. Alive and in one piece. You've really grown a lot from that terrified little thing you were. Back when you first dropped into this world. Yeah, I mean that. Adro and I were worried we'd never see you again when we'd lost you. But you proved once again you're resilient. Strong. Someone I'd travel alongside to the ends of Solterra. Hells, you saved our lives again today. If you hadn't shown up, we'd probably both be in the belly of that snake bastard right now. And I wanted to thank you for that too. Look, I'm sorry for what I said back then. I know. I've already apologized, but just listen to me. The things I said before you got taken away. I've had a while to think about them. At the time, yeah, I meant everything. But it wasn't... No. It shouldn't have been towards you. I shouldn't have made you feel like a burden. Because despite what I said, you're not even close to being one. But when we uncovered more about that gem and the people who seek to take it back, to use its power, I was overwhelmed by the prospect of it all. Not only did this become a journey to the most treacherous place in all of the land, but it became a death wish. For all of us. Something that became so dangerous once I knew what we were dealing with. I was scared. Scared that I'd lose Ajiro. And, well, you. Back before I met the both of you, I wasn't used to having people around who even bothered taking the time to know me for who I am. Two of you have become special to me. You're both people I've come to cherish, I guess. I thought maybe we could just hide that gem somewhere the Ebon Dragons could never find it. Destroy it or something. Go into hiding. Just the three of us. But what good would giving up be? You don't belong here. You belong back in your world, with your people. Who the hells would I be to ask you to just give up and stay here? Wouldn't be fair to you. You'll get back home, traveler. And if you'll allow me, I'd like to accompany you to the mountains. Same as before. I know you wanted to go this alone, and it's selfish for me to ask, but please. I'm many things, but I'm not a coward. I'm not going to let this get the better of me if I can help it. I don't expect you to trust me again right away. Not after what I said, but despite that, I still want to get you where you need to go. Quit being so polite. Do you want me with you or not? Damn right. Thanks. For not holding all this over my head. You're a good person, traveler. Daybreak then. We set back off to the next town. And we'll see if there's something we can do to mask that magic aura around that gem. It's been a pain in the ass. It's only going to get worse from here if we don't do something. Sound good? Glad to hear it, traveler. Sure are as touchy as always, aren't you? Huh. Boy. I told you didn't have to apologize. But I accept. So stop worrying about it. Alright. That's enough of this hugging shit. Hey. You see that down there? Yeah. The little embers floating around the lake. Know what those are? Deku told me the elemental at the bottom of the lake still emanates so much magic that the insects and animals that live around it feed off it. They become infused in fire magic themselves as a result, becoming a new kind of creature altogether. All of those little things down there, floating around the water, they're called fireflies. Huh. You have fireflies in your world too, but they're not made of fire. Why does your strange world call them fireflies then, huh? I see. Just the light they emanate. Sounds harmless if it's just a blinking light. Here. If you piss off a swarm, they won't hesitate to set you on fire. Yeah, I mean it. Stay away from them unless you want disfiguring burns for the rest of your life. According to Deku, they spit this goo that ignites when it hits the air, and water does not put it out. Nah, it's not that crazy. The creatures that inhabit Sotera get a lot more grotesque than that. You haven't even come close to seeing the worst of it yet. Mimics, basilisks, oozes, and all other kinds of things. Guess there's a lot more differences between our worlds than we thought. I want to know more. About your world, I guess. I don't know. Anything. Doesn't have to be interesting. Just something. I want to know more about you. And where you came from. Now that I know you're not some raving lunatic with a head injury. You can't blame me for thinking that. It was a pretty crazy story. So come on. Tell me about your home. Yeah. I remember you mentioning these car things before. Mechanical creations that can transport you from place to place. I'll admit it's pretty damn intriguing. Probably not a cooler, as you would say, mode of transportation than a dragon is, though, is it? Ha! Knew it. Large cities and tall buildings that scrape the sky, huh? They're literally called skyscrapers. Huh. How creative of your people. It does sound quite interesting, though. I'll give you that. Wish I could actually see it someday. We have castles and cities that are impressively tall here, but I'm sure it's quite different where you're from. So you lived in a city. Commuting to school every day. College? Interesting. We have schools here too. For magic and other vocations. Mostly magic, but I see. You don't have magic in your world. So, what did you study? Is that so? Well, sorry your studies got cut short then. I mean it when I say we'll get you back home. We'll get you back so you can continue your life as it was. What's that sad look for? Traveler? Where did you go? Guess we should sleep then. Rest up for the days to come. And whatever inconveniences they may bring. Alright. Come on, give me your hand. I don't want you tripping and falling off this thing. You should sleep next to him. He's been a wreck these past days when you were gone. He needs that warmth. Comfort. Maybe one of these nights, I'll steal you for myself. But until then, go rest with Kirishima. Good night, traveler. missed you, traveler. Huh? No. You keep the map, traveler. That way, if anything happens and we get separated, you'll be able to find your way. I got most of it memorized anyway, so you hang on to it, alright? It's a good precaution. But hopefully it's unneeded. Hopefully. Can't be too careful, Shitty Scales. Now, what were you talking about, traveler? Something about the shithead who took you. So, you're telling me that he was working for the king? Makes me wonder why he's after the gem himself. Why he thought kidnapping someone was the right thing to do. Are you serious? That old dragon-killing asshole wants the gem to keep it out of the wrong hands. Like it would be any safer in his. Oh, there's more, huh? Let's hear it then. Why am I not surprised? King Todoroki's obsessed with his throne and keeping it. Of course he'd want to pull some shady shit like this. Doesn't matter that the whole realm's at risk, as long as he's still in charge. Stupid greedy. Well, we won't let him get it. How did you learn all that anyway, traveler? Why would he tell you anything? The feathery asshole was the one who stole you for the king in the first place. How did you get away from him anyway? What? Did you knock his ass out or something? He let you go? Really? After getting you all the way to the docks, he just let you go. No. I'm not complaining at all. I guess I wasn't expecting someone like him to have a heart. Kidnapping you against your will and all that. Guess miracles do happen. Hopefully we can find a few more of those on the way to the mountains. Well, now that the traveler's here, I think we'll be fine. We have our good luck charm back. I am really glad you guys talked. And that we can all go together, traveler. It wouldn't have been the same, you know. Shut up. Of course we did. I wasn't just gonna let that shit linger over us if I could help it. But, back to what we were talking about before. The question I have is how did that old bastard find out about the gem in the first place? I doubt Deku'd blab about something so important. Nicey hates his old man so much he barely even speaks to him. Let alone about something like that. Wait, what, traveler? You're kidding. The stone set off some ward when we stepped into Edelin. Of course it did. The king's spies must have seen me hand it over to you and tracked you down because you were carting the damn thing around. Guess we're on the right path with seeking out someone who could nullify the aura, then. Oh, no, traveler. Nullifying doesn't actually make the magic itself weaker. It only dims down the aura magic it gives off, so it's way less detectable. Kinda like... putting a shade over a lit candle. The candle's still giving off the light, but you just can't see it as well. It'll make it easier to hide it while we're traveling, and hopefully, we'll avoid tripping any more wards. Or any more nosy onlookers. That's the last thing we need. I remember, you said it spoke to you, traveler. Has it said anything since then? No. Of course not. That'd be too easy. Well, if what we read about the gem was correct, it seems the Ebon Dragons are seeking it out for themselves. Maybe that's why it spoke to them in the first place. To get us to go to the archive and find out about their plans so we can try and stop them. I mean, wanting to wind back time to when no other race existed but dragons is pretty dire. If the Ebons get their hands on this gem, it means everyone. All of us would. It'd all cease to exist. Yeah, traveler. Dragons were some of the very first beings to inhabit Solterra. Seems the king of the Ebons wants it back that way. Oh, no. He wouldn't be affected by the time reversal, as he's one of the oldest dragons to exist. Me, well, I'm a lot younger. From a newer generation of Crimsons. And, well, I'd be wiped out along with everyone else. That is, unless he can control who's gone. But even then, he'd probably only spare the oldest among the flights. And that's why we're not letting that ancient, dusty bastard get his grubby claws on the Azure Stone. We gotta hide this thing well until we can get it to the Stryhorn Mountains. Use it to get you back, and make sure it's good and destroyed. Gods. I can only hope the Ebons are unaware of the altar on the mountains. Well, we still have those journals and books from the Azure Dragon's library. The Timekeeper, was it? Maybe there's something in there we can use to help. Yeah, you're right. We'll do more reading then. See if we can better understand the gem and that war that was waged over it a century ago between the Azures and the Ebons. Hell, could have been longer than that. Who knows? Well, I know we'll be okay. But we have to be okay. Because if we don't do this, it could end up in the wrong hands. This really turned out to be a lot bigger than one little dumbass falling from the sky out of nowhere, huh? Hey, be nice. Speaking of which, though, where exactly did you say you found that damn stone anyway? Why in the nine hells was it even in your world? It was in a library? So you have those in your world too, huh? Still doesn't make sense. Why would a book from our world be in yours? With something like that inside it. Wait. Didn't the letter say that the jewel was sent away? Maybe the Timekeeper was the one who sent it there. Maybe he did it so the Ebons couldn't get it? From what we read, it doesn't seem like they have that kind of magic at their disposal. So they wouldn't have been able to follow it. Fat lot of good that did. That makes sense, I suppose. When we get out of this damn jungle, there's a city to the west. Might be someone there who knows where we can find a magician. Let me see. Get off of me, you overgrown lizard. Kalarin. Oh, it looks like a crossroads city. That's useful. Crossroads cities are just that, traveler. City with a shit ton of trade roads passing through it. It's not big enough to be considered a major city just yet. Mostly because of the locals not wanting outsiders to settle there. They're not unfriendly so long as you're there to visit, not to stay. Good thing that we're just passing through then, huh? I wonder if they have food stalls there. Oh, all this walking's making me... Huh? Hey guys! I think the trees are thinning out. Looks like we're almost out of here. Praise the gods. Get me out of this humid jungle. Hey, yeah! Look! There, up ahead. A break in the trees. Finally. Whoa! Look at the grassland. It's so pretty and green. It makes me want to go run through it. It looks like it'd be so soft and comfortable to lay on. Maybe we could take a little nap?
Yeah, sure. Sounds like a great idea. If you enjoy getting eaten alive by ticks.
Ugh, never mind. I've had my fill of crawly things for this journey. Thank you very much.
Come on. Let's keep moving. Town's not far from here. Besides, this is nothing. A month's travel further north is the Verdania Sea.
Sea? That far inland?
Well, it's a sea, but instead of water, it's grass about 2 miles tall as far as the eye can see. You have to get passage on the sky ferry to get to the other side. Huh? Yeah, it flies. With magic, traveler. How else? It's not going to be flying all across the continent if that's what you're thinking. Why not? Because only the strongest mages could maintain a spell like that for that long. And they're too busy doing Rooster knows what in their stupid towers or whatever.
That sounds amazing, though. I've never been on an airship before. Oh, I'm so excited. What about you, traveler? Yeah, I think it'll be way different than riding on my back.
Less random flips, that's for sure.
Traveler called that, what was it, Traveler? Zoomies! Yeah, that. Traveler says I get the zoomies.
Uh-huh.
Hey, Katsuki?
Huh? Oh. Yeah. Go ahead, Shitty Scales.
No. Everything's fine, Traveler. I just wanted a chance to talk to you is all. I wanted to apologize for what happened that night. It's nice of you to say that, but I really do have something to apologize for. I'm sorry that it happened in the first place. And I'm sorry that I wasn't fast enough. You looked so scared and I couldn't do anything. And I feel like I let you down. Like, it was all my fault somehow because I just wasn't enough. I couldn't get you guys to stop fighting. And I couldn't save you from that feathery jerk. I couldn't... Thanks, Traveler. You're so forgiving and kind. I promise you, I will never let anything like that happen to you ever again. Okay? I'm just so glad you found us, and, well, I'm glad you found us when you did. You shot that shimmer scale right in the eye. I still can't believe how talented you've grown and independent. Beautiful. If you didn't manage that shot, I don't know what would have happened to Katsuki. But I don't want to dwell on that. You did amazingly. You saved him, and he knows that. An action like that will make him fall for you, you know?
You guys done whispering back there?
Yeah. Coming.
We continued forward along the road. It had been rough going when we first left Karsuva. The path uneven and annoying to navigate. But thankfully, as we continued along our way, it smoothed out. The rocks and briars give way to smooth-packed dirt, making it much easier to walk. Kirishima was grateful for it. Spent the entire walk right by your side. It wasn't lost on either of us how he kept glancing cautiously upwards every once in a while. It was about a half hour of travel, listening to you two talk behind me about this and that, before something ahead of us caught my eye. Look, up ahead.
Huh. Passenger wagon on the side of the road.
Looks like the idiot's out of commission.
Let's go see if we can give him a hand.
Hey, you!
Oh, gods! You're not here to rob me, are you? I'll give you all I got. Just don't hurt me, yeah?
We ain't no lowlife bandits.
We're just here to help. Promise. You can relax.
Oh, thank the gods.
What happened here?
Well, I was on my way to Calarin through that awful forest back there. Some weird vines wrapped around my back wheel here, and I haven't been able to pry them off. Bastards are slippery. On there pretty damn good.
Huh. Yeah, I see.
At first, it just slowed me down. Then the more I kept on going, they really gunked up my wheel good. Slowed me right to a dead stop. I've been stranded here for an hour or so just trying to figure out how to get this god's awful shrubbery off of it.
Here, let me try it.
Come on.
Yeah, you're right. It only got tighter when I pulled on it.
Stand back. I'll just hack it off.
Amazing. Seems like it's working, son. Keep that up. That's a hell of a sharp sword you got there.
There. That'll do it. Bastards were really on there.
Thank you, kind strangers. I can get back on the road now, finally. You three headed anywhere in particular? If you happen to be on your way to Calarin, I can give you a lift there. Free of charge, of course.
Yeah. Seeing as this idiot's out of magic for the next couple of days and can't fly us in his dragon form.
Sorry.
Well, probably wouldn't be a good idea to take on a beast form such as that around here anyways. Wouldn't want to risk the city assuming they're under attack, yeah? So here, hop on. I'll get you three there in no time.
Couldn't hurt, I guess.
Yeah, my feet are a little achy.
Hop on then. Shouldn't take long. We'll get there around sunset if things go well.
All right. Get on, you two.
Yes, sir. Here, traveler. Take my hand.
You three situated back there?
Yep, all good to go.
All right. Off we go then.
Ugh. Oh, yeah, traveler, I'm fine. I just smell something unusual. Nothing dangerous, though. Promise.
You do business in Calarin often?
Oh, yeah. I'm a driver for one of the larger farms near the town. It's not fighting monsters or saving princesses, but it's honest work.
I think that's pretty amazing. You going through that place all by yourself? We almost got eaten by a shimmer scale back there.
I'm surprised you three got out alive then. Those bastards aren't to be messed with. A well-fed adult can easily top 100 feet, and the juveniles are worse. At least the adults will just eat you whole. The younger ones will play with their food. You best count your blessings. Stock up on monster repellent too. They sell it at the Hunter's Lodge in Calarin. It smells something awful, but it's better to have it than not. I have some attached to the back of the carriage to help me get where I need to go. Saved my life more than a few times.
So that's what that weird smell is. Ugh. Thought something had died. No offense.
None taken.
Yeah, we can deal with any monster that's stupid enough to come sniffing around. Besides, he has a sensitive nose. Last thing I want is him nose blind because of that shit.
Suit yourself then.
You said you work at one of the farms, so I'm going to guess you know a lot of people in the city. Know if there are any capable magic users in town?
Well, depends on what you're looking for. There's, of course, the clerics in the church if you need healing. Let's see. There's a couple who work for the hunters doing enchantments and charms and such. Oh, then there's a wise woman who works at one of the inns. Her soups will literally cure what ails you.
Anyone who happens to handle, magical items? We have one we need some work done on as soon as we can. Its aura is getting kind of out of hand and it could start getting dangerous. We want to prevent that.
Oh, you're looking for a sorcerer then. Now, I wouldn't be saying normally, but since you helped me out, I'll tell you what I know.
Go on.
Now, you didn't hear this from me, but the lady of the farm, she needed some work like that done. Had her reach out to the darker channels of the city. That sort of magic isn't very common, nor well liked. But she did find a pair who helped her out for a price. Now, I heard the older of the two is harder to pin down than the freshly caught slipperfish, but the younger one, he tends to hang out in some of the alleyways on the west side of town, feeding the stray cats from what I've heard.
So we're dealing with a weirdo. Wonderful.
Bakugo, come on. He's not weird. Besides, magic users usually have a pretty good affinity with cats. They're pretty magical themselves, you know. It's natural he'd be drawn to them. How would we know that it's him?
Well, if you actually happen to catch him there, he's got violet hair and tired eyes. Always seen wearing a black mask around the lower half of his face. Just, be careful. I heard tell he has some powerful magic. Can even steal your voice if you don't watch yourself. I think he might be Fae, but no one knows for sure. Just take precautions when you find him. If someone lives that long, gives them plenty of time to learn some devious ways, so you three make sure to take care.
Yeah. Last thing we need is to piss off one of them. We'll watch our backs.
Don't worry, traveler. Fae are usually pretty friendly with my kind. According to legends, they were one of the first races ever on Sotera, along with the dragons and the unicorns. I hear there are some living elders who were even there when their race was brought into being by the Celestials.
Aye. It's mind-boggling is what it is. Can't imagine what that must have been like. To be in the world when it all began.
With the lead to find a sorcerer for our needs, we all settled in for the right to Coloran. I could only hope this information checked out. Walking around with such a potentially dangerous artifact in our possession was only going to hinder us. Put us even further behind if we didn't do anything about it. This one turned out to be a dead end. Who knows? Maybe some coin could get that cat-loving weirdo to point us in the right direction. The roads weren't that bad. Worn smooth and maintained by the travel they saw. You passed by orchard and glen, meadow and pasture. Thankfully, the weather was much more mild outside of Karsuva. A pleasant, gentle breeze keeping us cool as we rode. You were really damn excited about the cows that were peacefully grazing near the road. Nearly climbed over me to point them out. You and Kirishima made small talk with the driver. Nothing too interesting. I even dozed off and caught some rest for a while. Soon enough, though, the voice of the driver snapped me out of my sleep.
We're here.
What? Where?
Relax, Bakugo. We're here. Look! Whoa. It's a lot bigger than I'd imagined. The buildings are massive.
It is pretty impressive, isn't it? It's no Edelin, but our city has done pretty well for itself. Especially with our new walls. They were erected just last year. Done wonders for the raider problem we had. Good thing King Todoroki was so generous to help us.
Yeah, good thing.
Now, I've got to go through the line to have my carriage and my permits checked. It's going to take a while since they're very thorough with the vehicles coming through here. But if you three want, you can head on in. The entrance for people is right over there. There is a small tax to enter the city. Just a couple of copper for civilians.
Yeah, we'll do that then. Kinda on a time limit here. Can't waste it sitting in line for hours. So there must be 12 wagons ahead of us.
Good to get some feeling back in my legs. Come here, traveler. I'll help you down. It's okay, just jump off. Gotcha.
Come on. Let's go find this cat-loving Fae weirdo then.
It was a pleasure traveling with you three. I wish you luck.
You too. And thanks again. Wait up, Bakugo.
Stay close to me, you two. And traveler. And keep that satchel tucked under your arm. Hear me? Good.
Hey, depending on whether or not nullifying the magic on the stone works, can we stay here for the night? It looks lively in there. Maybe we could find a nice tavern.
Depends. For now, let's just focus on the task ahead. Now hurry it up. Stay close. I didn't trust that this city wouldn't have some ward up for magical items passing through, like Edelin did. So we had to get in and find that sorcerer first and foremost. I was on edge, and I think you were too. Judging by the way you tucked your satchel close to your body the closer we got to the gates of Calaran. Admittedly, I couldn't risk anything happening to you again, after the incident with that winged bastard. So, I made an effort to walk close to you. Kirishima was quick to pick up on what I was doing, and took to your other side. This was just yet another step to the long and arduous journey ahead. Whatever worked to keep not only you, but all of us safe while we took the Azure Stone to the Strihorn Mountains. I think it was well worth the stop.